The root cause of Dan Gibson's confusion about Petra and Mecca. Petra and Mecca are two separate entities. No history books ever mentioned Petra as Mecca or Mecca as Petra. Only a psychologically disturbed person may confuse. The Petra theorists like Dan Gibson rely on such confusion and say that Mecca was in Petra by showing Sebio's words like Mecca in northern Arabia. They forget that the context is clearly different from what they say. They should keep in mind that Petra is not the only city in modern-day northern Arabia where many other cities stood, that Sebio's was not so reliable as he relied and wrote only on hearsay, and that Arabia always means Arabia, not the Arab countries. The case is very simple. Sebio's relied on hearsay, and Dan Gibson misread, to misunderstand Sebio's. Petra thesis stands on a wrong ground. 3 things should be kept in mind while talking on the subject. Number 1. In the days of Hazrat Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and even in the days of Sebio's, Arab meant only the area that the present-day Saudi Arabia comprises. Beyond that area, the countries comprising the present-day Arab land were called by their own names, and they were not known as Arab countries before they fell under the British rule. So, the Sebio's expression as Northern Arab necessarily meant the northern part of the area that falls under the present-day Saudi Arabia. Both Mecca and Medina are in the northern Arabia in that sense. Dan Gibson has confused it with the present-day definition of the Arab countries. One should further have the idea that in the days of Sebio's the languages of the countries like Jordan, Syria or Canaan were not Arabic, which clearly differentiate those countries from Arabia, the land of Arabs. Number 2. Petra Arabia was the eastern province of the Roman Empire in the Mid-East land. Petra was a ruined city in that province. Dan Gibson took Petra Arabia as Petra city. But Sebio's Mecca was not Petra. It's a great mistake of Dan Gibson. Sebio's meant Mecca of the Hejaz of Saudi Arabia, because it was not unlikely that he thought Mecca as a city within the Petra Arabia. One should carefully follow the wordings of the writer. He heard of Muhammad from Mecca. It means he was not sure about it. Such infirmity must not prove anything firmly, accepting the truth that the name of Muhammad was known to him. It indicates the existence of Muhammad in the past, without elaborate description of the place where he was born. Number 3. Mecca was never a colony, and it was beyond the boundary of Petra Arabia. After considering these 3 things, one should give a second thought on Dan Gibson's Petra theory. The Occidental Orientalists are never right in their ideas and surmises about the Eastern affairs. In almost every case, they keep some signs of their ignorance and inaccuracy, I am sorry to say.